What are you doing to create the success you're having with your clientele?
So there's a couple things involved. One is I realized myself that I had to figure out how to do this. But then also I had the opportunity over the years to be able to interview thousands of top performers. And when I say top performers, the people, top earners, these are folks that are typically in the top 10% in enterprise or complex sales, making between 200,000 and a million a year. Now that doesn't mean I wouldn't work with someone who makes less, but the experience I had was I was able to look at my background and their background and identify what are the top people doing? What are they doing differently? In fact, initially that led to my first book, which, may I show this?
Yeah, please do.
So the first book that I wrote is actually called Balls, The Three Secrets of Sales Success. And what I understood was that there's a lot of people that have sales training. There's a lot of people that have gone through a process. And some people have done train. Their companies have trained them. They've read books, but they are still in the bottom 70 percentile. And I realized, what are the top 10, 20 percentile doing? And there's a couple things that they have. First of all, they have core traits that I wrote about in the book. And the second thing I realized is they follow a process. I followed a process that allows them to predictably move a sale through these complex environments. So what I did is I packaged this up into a program called 180 degree selling. Mm-hmm. And the reason I call it 180 degree selling is it's 180 degrees. It's contrary. It is a different approach from how all the other sales training programs worked for me, every book I'd ever read. And I realized you got to do something different. If you continue, it's definition of insanity, Pat.
Absolutely.
You do the same thing over and over, you expect different results, it's not going to work. So I looked at it and I said, what do you have to do differently? So I started with the core traits that I talk about in my book. And then I looked at it and I said, okay, how can we make a very simple process, not this complex process that a lot of other systems teach, but a very simple process that allows a salesperson every single day that they wake up to be able to say, what do I need to do now? Mm-hmm. What do I need to do to move this opportunity through a funnel, a sales funnel? What do I need to do to qualify it and either move it through the funnel or out of the funnel? I call that flushing the funnel or clearing the funnel, right?
Right.
And then how do I move these opportunities and get to the other decision makers, get to the other influencers, and then predictably be able to say with certainty, pretty high degree of certainty, that I think this thing is going to close by the end of the quarter, by the end of the month, by the end of the year, and then be able to commit to it and actually be accurate.